Most of our video ideas come from conversations that me and Sarah have had off camera that we then realize might be good things to talk about on camera that might help people or open up conversations between them and their spouse or their significant other or family. Well, we've realized when we were trying to come up with a video idea for this week that we haven't actually talked to each other that much, which is sad to say and it's sad to admit, but we've been very busy recently, and that's not an excuse, but it's just kind of easy to get into this rhythm of wake up, do this, you do this, I do this, and we kind of have this dance that we do around the house, and we kind of talk about like current events and things, but we're never actually talking about like us and
like taking the time to sit down and actually like talk.
It's always like kind of distracted conversations about whatever is kind of hitting us at the moment while we're looking at our phones or something, honestly. So we've also been really busy because we launched a 5K that if you haven't heard about or seen, we made a video about it, so click that and watch it. So if you want to learn more about that and run with us, it's a virtual 5K. It's on October 17th. Go to readyforfall5k.com and learn more about it. We do blog posts and we're actually doing a lot of giveaways and free things like that. So check that out. It's going to be awesome. But that's kind of taken a lot of our time, launching that and everything. So we were always together, but again, it's just kind of weird. So you had a great idea, and I loved it, and I'm actually really excited about it. We're going to ask each other get-to-know-you questions, which I found online, and I was really surprised. I was like, okay, this is going to be dumb. Like, I know all this stuff. But then as I was going through the questions, I was like, you know what? I don't think I've ever asked her this before. I don't know this answer or this. So
it's amazing how like you can be with someone for so long and still find out new stuff about them.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of an exciting, maybe sometimes frustrating, because I think at some point you want to be like, oh, it's my husband, I know everything about him.
Right.
But it's interesting how much we learn about each other. Like Jordan will tell me something and I'll be like, wait, what? I had no idea. How did I miss this for like basically the 8 years that we've been together?
Right.
So we're gonna dive deeper in that today.
Yeah, let's just jump into this and learn more about each other.
Okay, who is your hero? I didn't want this question.
You didn't want this one?
Mm-mm.
Oh man, do you know who my hero is?
I know who I would think that you're gonna say, but I'm curious to see what you're going to say.
Okay, if I had to do a TV character, it would be Mr. Rogers. I watched Mr. Rogers for way too long, and
you're never too old to watch Mr. Rogers.
And then like family member, I would say my dad.
Okay, that's the answer I thought you were gonna give.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh okay, cool. Yeah. If you could live anywhere, where would it be?
Do you know the answer to this question?
Tennessee?
Mm.
Okay.
That was easy.
Yeah, I would say Tennessee for myself or Florida.
Yeah, I just like, I could see myself maybe living other places short term, but for the long term, it has to be Tennessee. Like, it's just home. So, what is your biggest fear?
Oh, my biggest fear. I would say, if I had to dig deep into my soul and rip it out, I would say letting my family down that's my biggest fear, 100%.
Wow, okay.
It is. I mean, what?
I feel like I go too deep on this question. I start thinking of all the awful things.
Look, spiders, sharks, if you're going to die, you're going to die.
No, not those kinds of things. I was thinking more like suffocation.
My brain doesn't go there. I think of like something that could live with you every day. Suffocation, you're done. Letting your family down, you're living with that for a long time. You know what I'm saying? That's long term. Suffocation is immediate. Then you're done.
It's not immediate. That's the problem.
Oh, this is a great question. What would you change about yourself if you could? Maybe we'll both answer this one.
You know, I don't know if it's just because I'm getting older. But
I don't know what you're going to say.
What?
I don't know what you're
going
to say. No.
I'm going to say that, like, I have found that a lot of the things about myself that I consider flaws, I also consider my best qualities. And so...
What does that mean?
Well, okay, so like I have become way more assertive than I've ever been in my life before. I was usually more timid, and I've become a much more assertive person, and I've just found all this freedom in it. However, being assertive can also be very irritating to some people, and I know this, and that bothers me just a little bit, but not enough to not love that I'm now more assertive, and I'm not so timid. Like I just like being upfront with people.
What would I change about myself? I wish that I was more one way. I feel like I can easily kind of be like one way and then kind of like another way. I always really admire people who are just one way, and anytime you see them or hear them, they're always the same person. I feel like I can often, like in my mind, feel like I'm one person, and then I feel like I'm another person. Like I just want those worlds to just turn into one.
You know what? I think I actually agree with you, because before you started and I like had a thought of one thing I would change, that's what I was thinking about. Is because I really admire people that even if sometimes they're kind of silly or overboard, it's like it's just them. Mm-hmm. And I feel like sometimes, maybe we both have this, but like I will overthink a situation too much, and I'll like be someone to fit that situation. Like giving hugs is a big one for me. I don't mind giving hugs, but I know people hate giving hugs. Some people hate hugs, you know? And so I'm never the person to like walk in a room and give everyone a hug. But I wish I were. Like I wish when I see people and they walk in and they have no physical boundaries and they just give everyone a hug, deep down I wish that were me. Like I wish that was like the type of person I was. But I never give hugs. So I don't know. I wish I gave hugs more, maybe.
What really makes you angry?
This is not a good question to ask me, because unfortunately, maybe this is something I should have changed about myself. A lot of things make me angry. And that might be surprising to some people, because I think that most people have never seen me angry. I just came up with I hate bullies. I hate people making fun of other people. That recently has really been making me angry.
Yes. That's always really bothered me as well.
It's very frustrating just to see that happen.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, now you go.
If I had to come up with like a non-righteous anger answer, I think feeling like I'm not listened to, that has always really bothered me, would be the thing. That's something that kind of builds over time. That's not just like, oh, you're not listening to me, I'm mad at you. It's like if I just consistently feel like a person is not listening to me, that just grates on me for a while. That would be like my non-righteous anger. And then like righteous anger would be if somebody is bullying somebody.
What is your favorite thing about your career?
I think it would be like the freedom that it brings in not having to actually go somewhere to work, and just the freedom of being able to make my own hours and be able to just be creative. I can't imagine doing a job where I don't feel like I'm being creative, and I'm just really happy that I can make enough money to be able to be creative and not have to go into work.
I think that's my favorite thing about your career too. Is that you can be here with me.
That was nice. You're too nice, Sarah.
Sometimes I get angry.
Don't worry, everybody gets angry. This is interesting. I don't know if I know this. What did you want to be when you were small?
Well, let me tell you. I wanted to be a lot of things. But probably the thing I wanted to be the longest was, do you know? Could you guess?
A firefighter?
That was a short-lived thing that I did want to be.
I cannot imagine you.
I wanted to be a firefighter. I wanted to be an architect.
I can see you doing that.
But the longest thing that I wanted to be was a farmer. I said I'm going to be a farmer when I grow up. And you know what? Not far from the truth.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I wanted to be a farmer really badly. I just wanted horses and chickens and... Yeah.
That's really weird. No, I didn't know that. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not weird. It's weird. It's weird that we're kind of doing that.
Yeah, I guess that is kind of weird because it honestly just kind of came full circle for me right now, and I was like, oh wait, that's
Right.
actually really funny.
I don't know what I wanted to be. It wasn't anything I'm doing now. I mean, YouTube didn't exist,
coming.
right?
Yeah.
But I didn't want to be an entertainer growing up. I never even thought about that ever. I think I wanted to do something in like nutrition, or I wanted to be like when I was really small, I wanted to kind of like maybe work for NASA or something like that. I honestly didn't really think about it that much.
What makes you laugh the most? Because this is actually a question I don't know the answer to, and I would like to.
You wish you would see me laugh more. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
You're so sweet. I've never really thought about it that much before. But there are some things that just make me laugh uncontrollably.
It's true.
And then sometimes I can go like long spans without really laughing, and then it just hits me. And there's this one thing that is just the funniest thing. This is one thing I've kind of realized about us is that we don't have like identical senses of humor. There's stuff that
they overlap.
Yeah.
It's like circles that overlap. Like this is your humor, this is my humor. And they overlap, so we have this common, but then there's these whole outside regions that...
Yeah, like when you laugh at some stuff, I'm like, yeah, I can see how that's funny to somebody, but I don't know.
I'll just be losing it, and I'll be like, Jordan, this is so funny, you gotta look at this. And he's just like, oh, that's funny.
Which would you rather do? Wash dishes, I'm curious, mow the lawn, clean the bathroom, or vacuum the house?
Well, we have a Roomba, so obviously.
Yeah, get a Roomba if you don't have one, get one.
Answer is vacuum, but since that is automated, I would say clean the bathroom. I hate doing dishes, and I have never mowed a lawn in my life. So.
Well, that makes sense.
Okay, this is good. If you did not need to make money,
okay,
what would you do all day?
I mean, I would just probably try and spend all of my time honing in on the skill of, like, just being self-sustaining.
So you'd be a farmer.
Probably. Yeah, I'd probably be a farmer. Oh, well, I know this. Well, do I?
I don't know.
How many pillows do you sleep with? I was just wanting people to know this. This is kind of funny to me.
How many pillows do you think?
Describe your pillow situation. You have one pillow, then I think you have to have a pillow on your back, and then I think you have to have a pillow in between your legs that you're like holding, and then you can go to sleep.
That's pretty much it. I can go with a minimum of 2, but I have to have 2 pillows, one for my head and one for my knees.
Yeah.
And then any others that are just around me are welcome. So
I sleep with one pillow or no pillow. I get in bed, I don't move anything, and I just lay down. And then Sarah comes and she's like, "Why are you on all my pillows?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I just fall. I get in bed
says,
and
why are they here?"
Yeah, why are they on my side of the bed?
What's your favorite zoo animal?
I like the turtles. I like the big turtles. They're my favorite creatures ever.
Yeah, like the tortoises?
Yeah, the huge ones. I love them. I could watch them all day long. They're the most innocent creatures. If you could share a meal with any 4 individuals, living or dead, who would they be?
Oh man, that is really hard. The only person I want to have dinner with is you. So I don't know. I'm sure I could think of a better answer
The sad thing is
you're the
that
only person that pops into my head right now.
The sad thing is everyone out there is going to think, "Oh, Sarah's just trying to be a suck-up." This is literally... Sarah is not. That is... I wholeheartedly believe you.
I'd rather have dinner... now you're going to make me cry. I'm going to make myself cry.
Why?
But,
Why?
like, you're the... Like, I'd rather have dinner with you than anybody.
You're so sweet.
Oh man, I'm such a sucker over here. What is your favorite childhood memory?
So my grandma was sick when I was a child. I mean, you knew that, and I lived in Florida for like almost a year. And I remember before my grandma died, she was sick, but then she got better, and then she died later on. But I told her when she had like Alzheimer's, she was asking like, she always kind of felt guilty. I feel like that we had gone down to Florida and spent so much time there. It's like that affected us kids as like a bad memory or something. And I told her that was the greatest time of in my childhood was going and living there in Florida with her. And I could tell that really, like, I don't know, that it like really affected her that I had said that. And she like wasn't like all there at that point. So that I remember what I said, that I was like, oh, that seemed like that impacted her a lot. Just a lot of fun, just sleeping on air mattresses, watching Franklin, Arthur, playing Super Mario 64, and yeah.
Okay, one last question. I just saw it after I asked you that, but I just want, because I think I know the answer, but I'm not sure, and I'm just curious. What is the craziest thing you've done in the name of love?
The craziest thing I've done in the name of love? Well, I won that banana for you.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought you were gonna say, but
I'll link to that story.
But I wasn't sure.
Do you feel like you got to know me better after this?
Yeah, this was great.
you're like so like gonna cry.
I highly recommend this.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I am gonna cry a little bit.
Look, Sarah she loves stuff like this. You love. Why don't we do this kind of stuff more off camera? We can do this.
Yeah, I don't know.
We really can.
Yeah.
I feel like you've told me before, we should ask each other questions. It's like, all right, I mean, I feel like I know everything about you, but I guess I don't. So we definitely should. There's like a ton more questions on this, but I don't want this video to be an hour long. Yeah. So, no, I learned a lot about you too. We'll do this more off camera when we shut it off, okay?
I recommend this. Look, you should post the link of the question.
Yeah, no, it was just the first Google search.
Just Google it.
Just Google something.
All
right.
Maybe you guys learned some stuff about us too.
Yeah. But go join our 5K, readyforfall5k.com, and we'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.